Welcome to another Rockin' More production for our Flip Math classrooms. And today's lesson is going to be on slide flip turns or translation, reflection, rotations. So we're going to use both of these terms together. Slide and translation coincide, flip and reflection coincide, and then turn and rotation go together. So they mean the same things. And our objectives for today's lesson, the first objective is at the end, you will be able to identify a figure that has been slid or translated, flipped or reflected, or turned and rotated. So, and you will also be able to slide, translate, flip, reflect, turn, rotate a figure on your own when you're asked to do that. So you're going to be able to do these two things. So we're going to take them one at a time as we go through. And remember, like our first one, we have slide or translate. They mean the same thing. Sometimes you're going to be asked, hey, can you slide this object? Sometimes you're going to be asked, hey, can you translate this object? But that's going to mean the same thing. And simply put, what slide or translate means is an object goes from where it is right now and it just slides over somewhere. It can slide to any spot. This is a slide or translate. This is a slide or translate. The object has not rotated at all. And it also has not like flipped around its center. So it has not flipped around like this. So how these would be the opposite. It has not done either one of those. So when we slide or translate an object, we take it from where it originally is and we simply move it over to one spot or over on a plane. And that would be a slide or a translation as we go through. The next one, flip or reflect. Well, when we flip an object or reflect it, you think of like a mirror. What's your reflection look like in a mirror? It doesn't look the exact same. What you reflect, so this would be the exact same. What your reflection looks like is like it's facing one another. Flip is the same. It's like we took this dog and we flipped it over across. So we've flipped the dog or we've seen the reflection of a dog. The easy way to think about like reflection is if this line was a mirror, what would the reflection look like? Well, it would look like the dog was looking at itself. And so we can always use a line to tell us if we flipped or reflected. It'll be exactly across. It would be if we drew a line down the middle, the noses will be the same distance apart, the tails, they're all going to be like that. We have flipped the object over or we have shown its reflection. The third one is turn or rotate. And when we turn or rotate a figure or an object or something like that, it's exactly what it sounds like. You turn a steering wheel. Well, if we take this object and we turn it, boom, we've shown a turn. We give the cord a turn. Or we have rotated it. Your tire rotates. Well, what does rotate mean? Rotate means to turn or to go around. So when we take an object and we turn it or we rotate it, this is what it would look like. So if we were to take a look, and I can give you a little fun, I'll give you the sound effect for it. So little penguin sound, just to keep you. But so let's look at our hippopotamus here. I'll give you this sound too. So sounds a little bit like some people's stomachs after lunch. But so we have our hippopotamus here. If we show it as a slide or translate, what would happen? Well, it's just going to slide over. So that would be slide or translation. If we're going to flip or reflect it, what's going to happen? Well, we said reflect is like what happens with a mirror. So we're going to flip it just like that. So it's opposite. It's facing, it would be looking like if we had a mirror down the middle, they would be going. And then the last one would be if we rotate it or turn it. How does that hippopotamus looks? Not sure if I ever want to see a hippo sitting like that, but that's what it would be. So now we've shown all three of them. If we slide this object, it just moves over to a different spot. Nothing changes about it. It's not turned, none of those things. The same image just moved over. If we flip or reflect it, we are giving the mirror image of the object across, and there's going to be a line kind of down the middle that would define where that mirror might be. And then the third one, if we're going to rotate or turn it, think about a steering wheel or a tire that turns or rotates. You would literally do that to the object with a quarter turn. So hopefully now you are able to keep these vocabulary terms together. You might be asked to slide, flip, or turn, or you might be asked to translate, reflect, or rotate, but they mean the same things between the two words. Slide and translate mean the same. flip and reflect mean the same, and then of course turn and rotate mean the same. So go on, get yourself some practice now. Hope you have fun.